Hi people, you're welcome to Opportunities Worldwide. Today there's an exciting opportunity. It's a fully funded fellowship to the US. It's one of the many US government-sponsored programs for youth globally. It's called the Hubert H. Humphrey Fellowship Program. It's a program that enhances leadership among international professionals who collaborate to address local and global challenges and foster change for our collective good. Through academic study and professional development with US counterparts, this growing global network shares best practices and builds expertise in fields of critical importance to advance societal and institutional capacity, promote human rights and freedoms, ensure sustainable environments, and develop thriving communities. So 46% of alumni of this fellowship have developed national policies, created national programs, served as national trainers, and advised government officials on legislation in their home countries. 61% of alumni return home and work in government in some capacity. 8% of alumni surveyed introduced new best practices and innovative management methods into their organizations back home. So some of the impact areas include human and institutional capacity, rights and freedoms, sustainable lands, thriving communities. So if you're interested in the program, let's learn more. So the eligibility is that this 10-month fellowship program is offered to mid-career professionals with a proven track record of leadership, a public service commitment, and the capacity to take full advantage of a self-defined program of independent non-degree study at a leading US university. So Humphrey Fellows who meet the eligibility requirements apply for the program through their binational Fulbright commissions or public affairs section of the US Embassy in their home countries. Please contact your country's binational Fulbright commission or the US Embassy for information on how to apply, including deadlines. Okay, so I think you don't apply for this by yourself. It's the US Embassy in your country that nominates you to attend the fellowship. So you must be a professional who has had 5 years of full-time working experience. But let's look at further eligibility. The Humphrey Fellowship component, it's a non-degree program. So it's designed to provide broad professional enrichment through a combination of activities tailored to each Humphrey Fellow's interest. So the US embassies and Fulbright commissions have the important task of identifying accomplished professionals in various fields to participate in the Humphrey Fellowship program. Let's look at how to apply. We have already looked at the eligibility. Let's look at the fellowship components. Okay, we have looked at that already. So there's no application form here because it's the US embassy in your country that is supposed to select you to be able to participate. Okay, as I said, okay, the first frequently asked question is where can I access the Humphrey Fellowship application? And here they say, please contact the US Embassy, Public Affairs section, or by National Fulbright Commission in your country to access the Humphrey Fellowship application and learn more about applying. Is the Humphrey Fellowship program degree granting program. So it's a non-degree program. What is the application deadline? Application deadlines vary by country. The nominating US Embassy will advise you of its internal deadline for receiving applications. US embassies and commissions must submit their nominations to the Institute of International Education in Washington, D.C. by early October. So what's the program timeline? US embassies and Fulbright commissions must submit their nominations to the Institute of International Education in Washington, D.C. early October. What does the program include? So as I said, it's a fully funded program, so they pay for tuition at the university where you'll be hosted. There is pre-academic English language training if required. There's a maintenance or living allowance, including a one-time settling in allowance. There is accident and sickness coverage. There is a book allowance, a one-time computer subsidy, air travel, international travel to and from the US for the program, and domestic travel to required program events. And lastly, there's a professional development allowance for professional activities such as field trips, professional visits, and conferences. Another question is, I work part-time in a professional position while I was in graduate school. Am I eligible to apply? So candidates for the Humphrey program should have at least 5 years of full-time experience in their professional field and be at a point in their careers to fully benefit from this mid-career program. Candidates with only part-time work experience may not be considered eligible. Another question. I have prior experience in the United States. Am I eligible to apply? Previous experience in the US is not necessarily disqualifying factor, provided the number of years spent in the United States has not been substantial, more than 3 years, and you have been back in your home country and employed at a level of professional responsibility for at least 4 years, you are eligible to apply. So the next question is, I am not proficient in English as measured by the test of English as a foreign language, or TOEFL. Am I eligible to apply? Candidates with low testing scores may be brought to the US for English language training before beginning the program at their host university. If necessary, testing alternatives such as international English language testing systems, IELTS, or Duolingo English test can be utilized. Next question, if I'm selected, what are the demands of the program? The Humphrey program is quite rigorous, and life as a Humphrey Fellow does not resemble that of a graduate student with regular hours and predictable schedule. There are many activities required of Humphrey Fellows as part of the program. Learn more about the program components. Okay, may I bring my family with me? Humphrey Fellows may choose to apply to have their family join them shortly after they have arrived in the US. However, consideration should be given to bringing one's family, as the Humphrey program is very demanding and fellows spend considerable time away from their host campus. The Humphrey program does not provide an additional maintenance allowance for dependents. So, guys, that question, it's best not to go with your family. The next question, may I choose the university I will attend during my Humphrey Fellowship? Humphrey Fellows are not able to choose which university they'll attend. Instead, they are assigned in diverse groups of 7 to 15 to the most appropriate host institution based on their area of interest and professional field. So if I'm not selected this year, may I reapply? Participants generally may reapply for the program. However, please consult the embassy in your country for specific guidelines about doing so. Yes, that's it. So if you know any professionals in your community with at least 5 years of work experience, professional work experience, full time, don't hesitate to share this video with them. If you like this content, make sure you like so that YouTube can share it to more people like you, and also subscribe so that you don't miss. Goodbye.